Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. Today it's compound meters. Compound meters are any groupings that use groups of twos and threes in maybe an irregular pattern. Some people call them odd time signatures, but there's a easy and kind of powerful way to think about it, and we'll take a look at it today. Let's dive in. Before we take a look at compound meters, I want to say a couple of things. The first is I've been teasing a holiday collaboration with Martin Heidenreich's channel, and that's been pushed back a little bit. Look for an announcement sometime in the next, probably at this point, it's going to be the next couple of weeks. More about that later. Second of all, I just want to acknowledge the work that you're doing. The fact that you're watching this video indicates a commitment to your own excellence. And excellence in music is built from a bunch of tiny things. It's built from attention to many details and the commitment to understanding what you're doing. Well, understanding what you're doing can be pretty hard in music because there's a million details. And really good musicians give the impression of seamlessly, intuitively flowing this like outpouring of art. In my experience, that seemingly seamless outpouring is the result of hours, days, weeks, months, and years of attention to detail. Careful planning in development, careful planning in practice, application to a goal. I'm old, I know, but I know from teaching, at this point, it's probably thousands of students, that the best progress is made step by step. And so I want to celebrate your commitment to making those steps. Well, I hope I can contribute in some way to that step-by-step progress. And today what I want to look at is compound meters. Now, I remember very clearly my music teacher when I was, I guess it must have been 7th grade, turning us on to Dave Brubeck's album, Time Out. And Time Out has a couple of really important pieces that sort of defined the American experience, anyway, of compound meters. One is take 5. And you probably have heard that vamp before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one that Mary played for us started off like this. Now, I could immediately hear it was a blues, but I couldn't make head or tails out of that rhythm. And it didn't help me that once the melody came in, I just got caught up in that great little blues riff. Both of those pieces are in compound meters. The first one, 5/4, is the way it was written. And it's actually written by the sax player in Brubeck's group. Can I think of his name? I'll put it down below if it comes to me. And then Unsquare Dance, which is what I just played, is in a very fast 7. We have to think of it in terms of 7/8. Now, compound meters are best thought of in groups. 7/8 can be grouped easily. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Do you hear it? have to play the whole thing. Well, groups of twos and threes can add up to almost any arrangement of numbers, right? And how can we use it in logic, I guess? How can we use it in our DAW? Well, there's any number of possibilities. Let's go over into logic and just take a look at how it manages time signatures and the metronome. So a new logic project is going to open up in 120 beats a minute. I've moved this down to 90 and 4/4. And we're all familiar with this sound. But if we want to do anything in a compound meter, in any kind of meter that's grouped in threes, twos, anything like that, we're going to have to dig down into things. And it's not terribly hard to play around with this. First of all, logic gives us a number of time signatures that are pretty useful. And over the years, I've actually created a few that are sort of custom for me. 4/4, 3/4, 5/4. These are all common quarter note time signatures. I want to change the whole project time signature. It asks me. Now I'm hearing quarter notes tapping on that beat. And I have to keep track of that 5, don't I? And if I go to 6/8, what am I going to hear? Am I going to hear 8 or only groups of 2? Let's hear. See, now this is interesting. We've got a 6/8, which is 2 groups of 3, and this is actually a fairly common time signature. And it's, excuse me, it's clear that something is happening under the hood to click every dotted quarter note. So what if we created a 7/8 that grouped 2, 2, 3? I do want to change the project time signature. Do you hear the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3? If I control click on the metronome and go to metronome settings, I have a number of things that I can do to control that. And I want to draw your attention to bar, group, and beat. Now, if I check beat, so at this point, we're hearing every one of those 7 beats, right? You hear it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grouping is really important in compound meters. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's change the project time signature, and then let's go in here and we'll customize it. Let's insert a beat grouping that goes 2, 2, 2. Now we're up to 6, 3, and that's 9. Well, if I go back here to my metronome settings and turn beat on, I think we'll just hear all 9 beats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not exactly what we wanted. Turn off beat. That's a nice swing and feel, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There are many places in the world that use compound time signatures as part of the folk music tradition. I work closely with Ravid Kahalani, who's the lead singer and composer with Yemen Blues, the Tel Aviv band. His family is from Yemen, and all through the Middle East, there's a long tradition of these kind of compound meters being felt in a relaxed, comfortable way. Eastern Europe as well, Bulgaria, and the Baltic countries have long traditions of these kinds of rhythms, and they're super fun to play. Not only there, but in prog rock, we're always kind of confronted by these complicated math rocky sort of challenges. But I think that for me, compound meters are most interesting when they're integrated in a way to create a surprising flow. I've done a couple of pieces that use it, and I think I'll just show you one of them right now. So here's my last piece to show you, and I've been working on a Christmas album with a buddy of mine. We took the song "O Come Emmanuel," and I said, what would it be like in 7/8? 7/8 grouped in 2, 2, 3. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So much fun. Well, from the time I was, I guess, probably 12 or 13, however old you are in 7th grade, compound meters have fascinated me. They are propulsive, exciting, but can also be smooth and engaging. They can catch your ear in ways that are really useful for us as composers. You don't have to be writing original music. You can take you don't have to write original music. You can take an old tune and just clip an eighth note off the end of every measure. I actually had to write this out so I could see what the heck I was doing. You see it there. Well, we're doing great on the channel right now, where we're getting more and more subscribers. I've been posting every day this week, and I'm just going to say that I can't do that this coming week. Well, thanks, and I'll see you next time.